All right, this is my walkways. I've cleaned these walkways out. I don't know how many times. So what I think I need to do is I redid this walkway and I put down black plastic, and it's not real pretty and it's probably not environmentally friendly, but look, I got one piece of grass in this whole thing and I spent weeks on this. So I have none in the black plastic. All I have in the ground cover stuff is weeds. So I'm gonna get them out today, and then I think I'm going to this is so much fun. I'm going to eventually, probably when it's the hottest part of the year where I really can't weed, because if I weed it kills my plants. I think on the hottest part of the year that I will pull this whole thing up, save the mulch and put it in like a wagon or something, and then put down the black plastic. And I'm going to do the same thing in here. This is just landscaping cloth, and I mean, so much grass down there. That's a section I can pull out, I think, and then just pull it all up. And I just put down new mulch there, which really annoys me. So I'm not actually do that today. I have no idea. You know, I start saying, I'm gonna do this, and then I end up doing something else because I'm like, ugh, too much. This is a little weed that's growing everywhere. It's called sugarberry, which I think is just a mulberry tree. They're everywhere. The birds poop them out because they go to the neighbor's mulberry tree, eat the mulberries, and then poop them all out in my yard. Super fun. I am going to move some of these guys. You can see that I have daylilies, and then I also have the little yellow daylilies. Oh, I have a different daylily. I knew I had one. This is the first different. Oh, there's another one. Look at this one. Oh, I knew I had these. I just didn't know where I put them. Literally had no clue because I just randomly pulled these things out. When the first things that bloomed, everything that bloomed on here was yellow. And I was like, how is that statistically probable that they're all yellow? I knew the daylilies were 99% chance of being orange because that's what I started out with. And you just keep splitting an orange, you're going to keep getting oranges. So I knew most of them be orange, and I knew I had other colors. And I'm like, where did these things go? I know I had different colors. So I can see that I got a pink and I got that dark red, which I think was in the middle. And I have a bunch more that are coming out. I did not mark any of the irises that bloomed in here with their color because, hello, they're all yellow. So I didn't have to worry about it because they were all yellow. I know for a fact that all of those are white. Even if they didn't bloom, they're still white, because I'm pretty sure those are the original irises that I had on the property, and I haven't changed them out. There may be some other little ones on the side that may be a different color, but I'm not putting money on that. So I didn't mark all of them. I'm going to mark these cannas as well. I like these red ones a lot. I have a really good idea, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I want to manifest it. And I need to figure out logistically how to do it, and then I'm going to work on it. I have a lot of cannas to give away at my first talk in June, and that's what I plan on doing. You can see here that I stopped because I literally had this little swatch I could not get done. I was so tired, and it rained 2+ inches. I think it was 2¼ inches, unless it rained more last night, because I looked last night and it was like 2¼ then it rained again 2 or 3 times last night. I think it rained 2 or 3 times last night, so yay. So we had a lot of water, and I told you before, this is very much like quicksand. I amended the soil, but look, I got all this grass out. Every bit of it was gone, and it just takes one little weed and then you get more. So this is a never-ending story. Oh, stinking cannas. And I pulled those out. So there's just so much I have to do. There's something growing right there. I must have planted it. Don't know what it is. Could be that other artichoke. I have no idea. I thought I planted it here, and then I tested these down here, and it said that one of these was artichoke, but they don't look artichoke-y now. So sometimes the bad thing about the plant app is that when things are young, they look like other things. So you just have to take it as you go. and hope that you can get what you need. So this is just it's a never-ending fest to get the nut grass out, get the grass out. I really just need to put in some Jamesco, which is my favorite. What is that? I have a lot of weird stuff going in here. I do not know what some of this stuff is. Maybe I planted it? No clue. But I know that there's never-ending cannas. There's never-ending nutgrass. You see? I got that out. Why is there a canna coming up right there? No clue. Number one, I never put a canna there. So I don't know how a canna got there. My fear is that it grew underground to there. I have found those. It's like the alien movie, The Pods, you know, where the pods just kept growing humans. I'm telling you, this stuff is like, cannas are hard to get rid of. If once you get them and you don't want them, I want them. I just want them controlled. So I came up with the idea to control them. But I got to dig all these guys out to do that. Because my husband doesn't like them here. He says they'll tear up the foundation. And they probably won't, but you know, whatever. But I'm going to dig those out and take those to my talk and maybe put them in the yard. I don't know. I have lots of daylilies. Look at the daylilies. And I split every one of those this summer. Or last fall. Every one of those, I split every one of those daylilies. Because I was trying to get the grass out between them. Because there was grass like Bermuda growing in. Bermuda likes to grow in the roots. And I split all of them. That is so odd. They were just crazy. But they love being split. So, no. Lots of work. Yay. Okay. It is, what day is it? I don't even know. Tuesday, the 27th. And this is what I did today. I had big plans. I always have giant plans of things I want to do. And then I don't actually do all of them. I didn't actually touch any of these beds. I just didn't have time. This has like been my thing that I wanted to get done, was this back here. And I got all of that done and all of that, but then I hit a fire ant mound and it attacked me. And so I took sugar and borax and I put it together, and they said that borax will kill them slowly. So I'm hoping they all die. Then I cleaned all the way across here. I stopped about right here. Haven't done that end. I will. I'm just exhausted. I haven't planted that. I was going to, but I have nowhere to plant it. I'm probably going to plant it right here. I don't know. Found another fire ant mound. Had to stop, and I got attacked by fire ants. Went all the way. Oops. I slid. And got most of this done, so I need to go pretty much right out to there, all the way around. Then I'm gonna move on. Geez, this is nightmarish. I have not done this. I am going to though. It's just so much. But I did finish this over here. But I literally sunk down to my flipping knees. It was ridiculous. It was pretty bad. So I got all of that grass out, and look how I moved that plant. Look how much water is in there. I think it just drowned. I literally was sinking as I was pulling this stuff out. I pulled another one out, I think right here, and then another one right here. I don't know why I moved that one. Oh, I know where I moved it. I moved him over here to this bed. I was like, I just did it. I'm just really tired. I moved the smaller one right here. It's got leaves on it, so it's probably gonna be fine. The two that look like they were dead still might be dead. Have no idea. There's one that looks pretty dang dead, but it doesn't feel dead. And then there's the one that basically drowned. And I actually don't think I actually buried the roots. I don't know, maybe I did. This is the part that died, and it was so wet. So I put it in this. This is super dry. This is real high right here. So this is where I always get the ants. And we'll see how it does. And then I kind of used my edger, and I kind of made a line of where I'm going to put my outside of my path. Then I tried to do the inside, and I ran out of juice. So I'm charging it right now, and I'll do it later. I did trim up this lilac. I think I did a video of that, but I didn't do this area right here. It was just not there. But I did make that look a little better. Got a lot of the branches off the bottom. Still need more off the bottom to make it look more crepe myrtle-y. And we'll see. It's nice and toasty out here though. See, this one's kind of growing back underneath. I got to get under there and nip that out, and it'll be fine. But if you stand, I had to be very careful today, because if you look up there, there's bees everywhere, and it's like a buzz fest that was going on. I swear I thought I was going to get stung. My hibiscus are doing great. These are the Texas Star. They're really looking good. This is the first year they've looked this good. This one is one of my tropicals, and I like to have these kind of where they get a little shade, because it gets stinking hot here. This is that little beady one that only had a few things on it in my earlier videos. And then I have this one. Oh, look, it's actually coming back. Ouch. This thing's so stinking pokey. Ow. That was really pokey. I think I got a thorn in me. So I don't know how that's going to work out. So I may have to nip those two little extensions because I have a hibiscus coming up. This is supposed to be a ground cover rose, and it is definitely not on the ground. So I'm not sure about that. Just got to go through here tomorrow and just get some of these grass stands. This one's red, this one's pink. I think that one's dark pink, light pink. And then the little one that's half dead is either white or, I don't know. I really don't. It's like magic every year. Like, well, I don't know what color they are. I can't remember. But I do have 2 more hibiscus that I planted in my bed that I made up with my birthday flower. More daylilies. And I planted the dianthus, or my vincas. I think these are vincas, or not dianthus. Dianthus have more raggedy edges on the leaves, and vincas are just more, I don't know, petunia looking. Yeah, those are definitely. So those are my vincas right there. Put 6 of them in. Then I put in, that's hibiscus, kind of darker leaves, and they're supposed to be peach. So they might look really good in here. We'll see. I think I might add a daylily, but I don't know. Daylilies, I don't know. We'll see. I might add something small in the back. Something that needs a little more shade. I could put hosta back there maybe, or I don't know. We'll see about these hostas. This is the first year I'm growing anything that determines that it needs shade. So I've always had non-shade plants, and so this is my first venture into, I have to have shade plants. And you can see that one's actually doing fine, and it's staying pink, which is what I wanted, because I love pink so much, and I love purple, and blue's nice too. So this is a pink, purple, and peachy bed.